If you want to become a part of my stream, be sure you subscribe to this channel, okay? Laters. Squirt, look at you, being the master of high rank, and look at your boy. Look at your palico. You are big, but I gotta admit, you sure got messed up your top 5 longsword picks in the game, did you? Yes sir, I came to correct that issue. I go out there and corrected that issue. YouTube, Excalibur here, and today's video, don't mind me because I am dancing for joy. I'm excited for Sunbreak, you are excited for Sunbreak, and I'm sure everyone else has. I'm just dancing along in enjoyment, but before we continue on to dance more often, I would like to recorrect the one mistake I have during the previous video. Remember I mentioned about the longsword video of my top 5? Well, unfortunately, I missed one of the top 3 of my runner-ups during that time, so I came here to recorrect that mistake, and I will do it today. So let's get started of my top 5 longswords that you should craft before Sunbreak redo edition, I guess you could say. So let's get started. The Kimura Inheritance. You might asking, wait a minute, Excalibur, how come the Nargacuga Longsword is not in this list? The reason why it's not in this list is that Kimura Inheritance is actually better than the Nargacuga Longsword. The Kimura Inheritance has a blue sharpness, a good amount of blue sharpness. If you handicraft, it will become white sharpness. Yes. However, it is a 3-slot gem and a guaranteed 40 affinity, similar to the Nargacuga Longsword. But what surpasses against the Nargacuga Longsword is its elements to fire. If you have Rampage Decoration on attack, you get 200 raw attack, which is fantastic on this weapon. I expected this weapon to be even more of a monster, and my favorite looking longsword in the game to be even better in Sunbreak. But you might ask, what's better than the Kimura Inheritance, though? At number 4, the Tagrin Need. Now, if you upgraded the Keen Edge or the Keen Edge 1 and have the Rampage slot on Siltbind boost, which means it will boost the damage of the Keen of your Siltbind moves, and if you upgrade it to the Tagrin Edge, you will maintain the Siltbind boost, Rampage. Now, it has a guaranteed white sharpness, but the problem is it needs razor sharp. Yes, it has a huge 230 attack and a negative 20 affinity, but that's not that hard to do. You just need weakness exploit and crit boost, or even critical eye to make up some of the affinity. Overall, I can definitely see Tagrin Need, or you can call this weapon Desperate Roar in the future in Sunbreak, to become even more better damage at raw. But what's better than the Tagrin Need in this game? The Despot Bolt Breaker. In 2 1-slots, in 0 affinity, but that's not a problem. It has a big 34 thunder attack, and a great amount of raw damage is to 200. Now the best decoration that you can have for this weapon, basically, there's only affinity boost. That's pretty much it. You can have a slight affinity boost if you want on this particular weapon. You will maintain it to have at least some of the affinity boost that it can have. Overall, I can see this one an elemental monster in the future. But what's better than the Despot Bolt Breaker, you may ask? I mean, yes, it's a huge element, but what else is there? Number 2 is a 3-way tie, and this is the mistake I did not mention. The Kimura Ninja Blade, the Imperial Sword, and last but not least, an Elder Dragon weapon, Chameleos. Or should I say the Phantom Mirage. Now, you might be saying, Skills, you're crazy, stop it. But hear me out on this one. hear me out on this one. The three of these weapons are bound to have better room for slots once Sunbreak comes out. Just trust me on that one. Then, the Phantom Mirage, the Kimura Ninja Sword, and the Imperial Sword already have one of the most slots in the game. Normally non-elemental weapons, except for, well, Desperate Roar, aka the Tiger in Need, have bigger slots than the Roar itself. But you might ask, what is the strongest longsword in the game that you might need to mandatory get for Sunbreak? And number one, in my opinion, the Imperial Shimmer. Yes, it's 200 attack, basically blue, good amount of blue sharpness, elemental blast at 41, no affinity and defense boost. It goes even further if you upgraded the Teostra Soul to increase the blast rating, the blast chance. Yes, this is basically the strongest blast damage in the game. You could say Basil Geese or you could say Magnum Malo, but Magnum Malo's is at 23, but it has an extra slot. And the sharpness is kind of terrible in my opinion, which requires is sometimes a razor sharp on it, only 23. You can call Basil Geese. You can even call Basil Geese. Yes, you have 220 attack on raw, but only 17 blast, and you have a negative 10 affinity, and only have one slot gem. This, however, is the strongest. This is the strongest blast weapon in the game, and it would be even more dangerous, and I mean even more dangerous once Sunbreak comes out. Those are my top 5 longswords in the game. I hope you got them upgraded, and I hope this makes up for my mistakes from the previous video. Oh, if it explains enough. But until we talk to again or make another video. Where's my wave?
Stay safe.
Both of you are saying bye to each other. I'm pressing charges. Well, you get the point. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is more informative, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.
PlayStation